The silent warning. The great hall of the Galactic Assembly was filled with bright lights and many alien faces. Some had long tentacles, others had shining scales, and some looked like stars in the night sky. They all gathered here to make decisions for the whole galaxy. But today was different. A strange silence hung in the air. At the center of the hall was the empty seat. It was where the human ambassador always sat. Today, no one sat there. The assembly had been ongoing for centuries. Many alien species worked together, shared ideas, and kept peace. Humans were always a part of it. Their voice was strong. Their ideas were clear. But today, humanity was gone. The news had spread quickly. Just hours ago, the human ambassador left the meeting without a word. No explanation, no warning. The seat had stayed empty. The alien leaders whispered among themselves. Why did the humans leave? Asked Zoran, a tall figure with silver feathers. Are they angry? Asked Mela, whose skin glowed like the blue oceans of her home planet. Or is this a warning? Another voice added. The Galactic Council leader called for silence. We must find answers, he said. This sudden departure is unlike humanity's usual boldness. We cannot ignore this. Meanwhile, in a distant human city, high above the surface of Earth, Captain Sarah stood in the command room of the flagship Nova Sentinel. The room was quiet but tense. A large screen showed the empty chair in the assembly hall. Sarah looked at the screen and shook her head. We made our choice, she said softly. Her second in command, a young officer named Liam, asked, But Captain, why did Earth leave the assembly without any explanation? The other species are confused and scared. Sarah took a deep breath. Because the assembly has become weak. It talks too much and acts too little. The galaxy is filled with lies and cowardice. Earth will no longer play by their rules. Back in the Galactic Assembly, rumors began to spread. Some believed humanity was preparing for war. Others thought Earth was simply tired of alien politics. The humans always surprise us, said a diplomat from the planet Vaxer. But this time, they left without even a farewell. What do they plan? In the corridors outside the assembly hall, smaller groups gathered. Some aliens looked worried. Some looked angry. A few smiled secretly, hoping Earth's absence would give them power. But in the silence, one young diplomat named Kira felt a strange feeling. Kira was from a small planet called Thaler, known for its calm lakes and peaceful people. She had always admired humanity for their courage and strength. Why would they leave? She asked herself, is this a threat or a call for change? That night, the Galactic Assembly sent urgent messages to Earth. They wanted to understand. But no reply came. Kira sat alone in her room, staring at the stars. She knew something big was about to happen. The galaxy was holding its breath. Back on Earth, Captain Sarah stood on the bridge of the Nova Sentinel. Outside, stars shone brightly, but her face was serious. We do not seek war, she told her crew. We seek respect. We seek change. And if the galaxy fears us, so be it. Suddenly, alarms rang out on the ship. The command center lit up with warnings. Captain, sensors detect a fleet approaching the assembly, said Liam. Unknown ships. They are moving fast. Sarah's eyes narrowed. Prepare for anything. Humanity has left the assembly. Now the galaxy will see why. A silent warning had been sent. Humanity was no longer part of the old ways. The galaxy trembled as the story of Earth's departure began to unfold. The empty seat, the Galactic Assembly, was in chaos. The once orderly hall was now filled with whispers, shocked faces, and worried glances. The empty seat where humanity's ambassador always sat stood. As a silent reminder, a warning, council leaders from many planets gathered in the side chambers, discussing the sudden departure. Some were angry, some were scared. None understood why humanity had left. Kira, the young diplomat from Thaler, walked through the busy halls. She saw alien faces full of confusion and fear. "Have you heard?" A Vaxarian officer whispered to her. Humans left without a word. "It's a sign of great trouble." Kira nodded slowly. "I don't know what to think," she said. "They always followed the rules. But now they have disappeared from our meetings." Meanwhile, across the stars, the Nova Sentinel orbited Earth. Captain Sarah sat quietly with her team in the command room. They were watching the galaxy's reaction to their bold move. "We expected shock," Sarah said. "But this fear is stronger than I imagined." Liam looked nervous. "Captain, some planets are already sending ships near Earth's borders. They might be preparing for conflict." Sarah stood up and paced. "Let them prepare. Earth is ready." Back in the assembly, the empty seat became a symbol. News spread fast. Every planet was talking about humanity's silence. Some leaders called for a new meeting to decide Earth's fate. "Without humans," said Counselor Varric, a large alien with many eyes, "the balance of power will shift. We must act." Others disagreed. "We should try to communicate," said Kira. "Maybe they have a reason. We must not jump to war." The debate grew heated. Outside the assembly, groups gathered. Some called humanity traitors. Others said they were heroes who refused to bow to weak leadership. On a distant planet, a warlord smiled. "Without humans, the galaxy is ours to take." Back on the Nova Sentinel, Sarah received a message. It was from the Galactic Assembly, a demand to return immediately and explain their actions. Sarah read the message aloud. "They want us back, but on their terms. We won't accept." Liam asked, "What will you do, Captain?" Sarah's eyes burned with determination. "We will show them why humanity left. We will make the galaxy listen." As the days passed, more ships from different species approached Earth's borders. The galaxy was on edge. Kira watched the news on her small device. Images of Earth's powerful ships filled the screen. "I hope this does not lead to war," she whispered. But deep inside, she knew the galaxy had changed forever. The empty seat in the assembly was no longer just a missing presence. It was the start of a new era. An era where humanity was no longer silent. The galaxy waited, holding its breath, as Earth prepared its next move. Echoes of war. The galaxy's calm was breaking. The quiet whispers in the assembly had turned into loud fears. Everyone knew something big was coming. Humanity's sudden absence was not just a mystery, it was a warning. Kira sat in her quarters, staring at the stars through a small window. The peaceful sky now felt like a battlefield, waiting to explode. Her communicator buzzed. It was a message from a trusted contact in the Assembly's intelligence branch. "Report shows several planets secretly building weapons," the message read. "Tensions rising fast. No one trusts each other anymore." Kira frowned. "If war begins, everyone loses," she thought. Across the galaxy, Earth was busy. The Nova Sentinel led a growing fleet of powerful warships. Captain Sarah stood on the bridge, watching the preparations. "We've trained for this day," she said to her officers. "The galaxy has ignored our warnings for too long." Her first officer, Liam, looked concerned. But Captain Earth left peacefully. Why prepare for war now? Sarah's eyes were cold. "Because peace is a lie here. The galaxy is full of fear and greed. We will defend ourselves if attacked." Back in the Galactic Assembly, panic spread like wildfire. Many species were afraid of humanity's secret power. Do they plan to attack? One council member asked loudly. "No one knows," replied another. "But we must prepare." The assembly ordered their own fleets to patrol near Earth's space. Ships moved quickly, weapons ready. Kira was caught between hope and fear. She wanted peace, but the galaxy seemed set on war. One night, she received a secret invitation. It was from a human diplomat, someone who stayed in the assembly despite Earth's withdrawal. The message was simple. Meet me. I have answers. Kira's heart raced. Could humanity still want peace? Or was this a trap? She traveled alone to a hidden space station at the edge of the galaxy. The station was quiet and dark. Inside, she met the human diplomat, a calm woman named Alara. We never wanted war, Alara said softly. Earth left because the assembly was broken. But we watched, we prepared, and now we wait. Kira asked. What do you mean? Alara looked serious. The galaxy is filled with lies. Some want to start a war for power. We have no choice but to be ready. Kira felt a chill. So humanity left to prepare for war? Alara shook her head. No, we left to protect ourselves. We hoped the others would change, but they didn't. Outside, the distant stars blinked like silent witnesses. The galaxy was on the edge of a knife. Back on Earth, the Nova Sentinel received another message. This one was from a powerful alien. Warlord, demanding Earth's surrender or face destruction. Sarah smiled grimly. They want to test us. Let them. Her crew prepared for battle. The quiet galaxy was about to become a war zone. Kira returned to the assembly, her mind heavy. She knew the peace they once had was gone. The echoes of war were louder than ever. The galaxy trembled under the shadow of humanity's return. Asterisk. The hidden fleet darkness covered the edges of known space as whispers of a secret fleet began to spread. The galaxy was no longer just guessing about humanity's intentions. Now there were signs, glimpses of a hidden power lurking in the shadows. Kira sat in the assembly's communication room, watching a hologram flicker before her. Alien fleets moved cautiously near Earth's borders, scanning for any sign of attack. But among the data was something strange. A fast-moving shadow fleet, unseen by most sensors. Captain, her assistant said nervously, there is a fleet cloaked in stealth technology. It's too advanced for most species. We believe it. Belongs to Earth. Kira's eyes widened. A secret fleet? Why hide it? In a distant star system, Captain Sarah stood on the bridge of the Nova Sentinel, the flagship of Earth's secret armada. The ships were quiet but deadly, their weapons ready. We have kept our fleet hidden for a reason, Sarah told her officers. The galaxy has been blind to our true strength. Today, they will remember. The fleet was unlike any other, designed to strike fast and disappear. Advanced technology allowed the ships to cloak themselves, making them nearly invisible to enemy radars. Back in the assembly, panic turned to fear. The news of the hidden fleet leaked. Some species called for peace talks, others prepared for battle. Counselor Varek slammed his fist on the table. They have lied to us all. Humanity has been building an army in secret. Kira raised her hand. We must stay calm. We still don't know their full plan. Maybe this is a warning, not a threat. But no one wanted to listen. The galaxy was on edge. On Earth, the hidden fleet prepared for orders. A single message came through, simple and clear. Stand by for deployment. Sarah's face was calm but fierce. We will not start a war, she said. But if attacked, we will end it. In the dark void of space, Earth's hidden fleet waited silently. It was a shadow moving beneath the stars, a ghost ready to strike. Kira watched the news channels on her device. Alien worlds debated fiercely. Some feared war. Others blamed Earth for hiding such power. She thought about Ilara's words. We hoped the others would change, but they didn't. Kira realized humanity had made a choice, a hard choice, to protect themselves from a galaxy that no longer trusted them. The assembly chamber was empty without humanity's voice. Now it was filled with whispers of war and fear. But in the silence, one thing was clear. The hidden fleet was a promise. A promise that humanity would not be ignored again. The galaxy trembled beneath the weight of Earth's shadow. Asterisk, asterisk. The message the galaxy was tense. Every star system waited for a sign and answer from Earth. Weeks passed with only silence from humanity. The emptiness only grew louder in the minds of alien leaders. In the great hall of the Galactic Assembly, Counselor Varric slammed his staff. They ignore our calls. This is disrespect. We must respond with force. Others nodded, voices rising like thunder. But Kira stood up. We must listen first. Earth has not spoken since their departure. But what if they have a message for us all? Suddenly, every communication channel across the galaxy lit up. A single broadcast appeared clear, strong, and unmistakably human. Captain Sarah's voice echoed through every ship, every city, every home. We have left the assembly not because we fear you, but because the assembly no longer serves justice. The galaxy is ruled by weakness and lies. We will return, but on our terms. We demand respect and change, or we will no longer share this space. The message sent shockwaves through the galaxy. Some species trembled in fear. Others clenched fists in anger. Kira watched the broadcast in silence. This is a challenge, she whispered. A call for a new order. The alien warlord from the distant planet Karath declared, they threaten. U.S. all, we must prepare for war now. Yet, in quiet corners, voices of reason urged caution. On Earth, Captain Sarah watched the galaxy's reaction from the bridge of the Nova Sentinel. Our message is clear, she said. We do not seek needless war, but we will defend our honor. Liam asked, do you think they understand? Sarah smiled slightly. Some will. Others will learn the hard way. Across the stars, fleets moved. Some prepared to fight. Others hoped to find a way back to peace. Kira stood in the assembly's chamber, feeling the weight of the moment. The galaxy was on the edge, listening to humanity's call. The message was not just words. It was a warning. The new era had begun. Asterisk, the stars held their breath. After weeks of silence, the galaxy watched as the Nova Sentinel and its fleet emerged from the shadows. The hidden armada, cloaked in secrecy for so long, now sailed boldly into the center of the Galactic Assembly's space. Kira stood on the observation deck of the Assembly's main station, eyes fixed on the approaching ships. They were unlike any fleet she had ever seen, sleek, powerful, and glowing with a strange blue light. This is not just a return, she said softly. This is a statement. Across the galaxy, alarms blared. Ships scrambled to respond. The Council ordered all fleets to defend the Assembly's borders, but humanity's fleet was not there to attack. Yet, Captain Sarah stood on the bridge of the Nova Sentinel, watching the galaxy's fleets rise to meet them. Her voice was steady. We have come to claim our place, to lead, not to be ignored. The alien warlord from Kareth bellowed orders. To fire. Hold, Kira shouted through the comm system. Wait and listen. But the warlord's forces opened fire. Blasts of energy lit the void, and the battle began. The Nova Sentinel and its fleet moved with deadly precision. Their weapons were silent but powerful. One by one, enemy ships were disabled, but humanity did not destroy. They held back, showing strength, not cruelty. Kira watched in awe. They are fighting, but they want peace, she said. The battle was fierce, but short. The warlord's fleet withdrew, shocked by humanity's power and restraint. Captain Sarah sent a message to the Assembly's Council. We did not come to conquer. We came to change. Accept us as equals, or face the consequences. The Council was silent. The galaxy waited for a reply. Kira knew the Assembly could not ignore humanity anymore. The old ways were gone. In the quiet, after the battle, she whispered. The return is only the beginning. Asterisk the new dawn. The war had ended as suddenly as it began. The Galactic Assembly was forever changed. In the Grand Hall, the empty seat where humanity once sat was no longer empty. Captain Sarah stepped forward, calm and strong, to take her place. Alien leaders watched in silence. Some bowed their heads in respect. Others clenched fists in quiet anger. Sarah raised her hand. The galaxy has seen what happens when respect is ignored. Earth returns not to punish, but to lead. Kira stood nearby, amazed. She had never imagined such power combined with honor. The Assembly's leaders spoke. Humanity has shown strength and mercy. This is a new beginning for all. Sarah nodded. We will work together, but on new terms. No more lies. No more weakness. Plans were made to rebuild the Assembly, stronger and fairer. Old alliances broke. New ones formed. Peace was fragile, but hope burned bright. Kira looked to the stars. Feeling the weight of the moment, the galaxy had trembled when humanity walked away. Now, it stood on the edge of a new dawn, one led by the strength and courage of Earth. The future was uncertain, but one thing was clear. Humanity was here to stay. Asterisk.